Hi, everybody. I am Marieann Meringolo. A lot of people don't know how to say my name, so that's why I'm saying it very slowly. Um, Marieann. Hi, I'm thrilled to be here on the alternate venues for jazz that Gail Boyd has been putting together on Facebook. I'm honored to be here to talk about myself. There's no other person here. I'm not going to be asking myself questions. I'm just going to talk as if I was asked some questions. Um, well, actually, Gail, she did send a little topic outline, so I do have some idea about what I'll talk about today. Um, One of them is how did I get started in this business in singing and pop and jazz and music? Well, um, I grew up in Long Island, and music was always playing in my household. My dad was always playing music. He loved Frank Sinatra. He loved all the standards. um, Johnny Mathis, show music, jazz, Brazilian music, and Brazil of '66. I remember listening to that as a kid, and I loved it. And so music was just always a part of our household when we had relatives over. It was in the background during dinner. So we were a very musical household, not in instruments or anyone playing anything, but listening. So, and I loved it. And I remember early on one of the albums I had heard was called the Butterfly album by Barbara Streisand, and I I absolutely just loved listening to it. One of my favorite songs was called Grandma's Hands, and I thought it was so cool, and I loved her voice, and I was a young kid at the time, and that's when I discovered Barbara. And explored it. And I had seen the movie Funny Girl, and I think that was actually one of the first albums that I actually bought as a kid, going out to a record store, and I picked up Funny Girl, and I was very influenced by Barbara Streisand, and I was also very influenced by Johnny Mathis. I loved his velvety tones. And the songs he chose, very romantic. As a kid, I just love romantic music. I think I was, an old soul, because I was never drawn to music that was from my era. I can't even tell you. Never went to a rock concert or anything like that. I think one of my first concerts, I was so excited. I got to see Liza Minnelli in concert, and that was very exciting. I have seen Johnny Mathis in concert. Actually got to meet him. He was amazing. And speaking of Johnny Mathis, so early influence uh, were music like that. Artists like that, Nancy Wilson, influenced me tremendously. But no, I did mention Johnny Mathis. So one of my first shows I actually put together um, was a tribute to Johnny Mathis. And it wasn't a tribute in the way where I tried to sing like him or anything like that. It was just um, taking the songs that I loved that he sang and then putting my own spin on them. And this whole singing thing started for me because when I was a kid, I just found my voice naturally. Just growing up, being in music class. I remember my third grade teacher wrote in my report card, "Marieann has a beautiful voice. We should encourage this." And so I was just naturally drawn to singing, and just kept pursuing it on my own through school, and started entering contests. And I was a very shy kid in school, so when I got up on stage to sing, suddenly the teachers were recognizing me as the kid with the voice. So I like that. I like that. When I got on stage after I sang, there would applause would happen, and then suddenly people knew who I was, and because I was so shy, I felt that was the way I communicated through music. So I'm so grateful. I feel like it was a gift that was given to me, and I feel so blessed to be able to share it with the world. And just have the opportunity to do that. So, current projects I'm working on now. Well, things were shut, as we know, things were shut down for a while, and so I feel blessed that I can perform again. Although I was performing through this pandemic, I discovered. Performing on Facebook Live. I mean, I'm talking to you live right now. Actually, I think I'm more nervous doing this than I am singing, um, but that's okay. That's okay. It's good. It's good exercise for me to be doing this. Anyway, uh, so I started doing live performances on Facebook with my musical director Doyle Newmeyer and with my director Will Nunziata. Because I was before the pandemic, I was just about to go on tour, which was so exciting for me. I was going to Boston, I was going to California, I was going to be going to London, and all these things were finally opening up for me. And I was pretty much in denial right up to the last minute. I thought, my shows are still happening. Well, obviously they didn't. So the way the pandemic affected me, I pretty much at first, like I said, was in denial. Then I got depressed because, like everyone else, we were like, "How is this ever going to end?" And no one really knew. Um, but then after I went through that period, I said, "You know what? I need to be creative because that's who I am." So I decided to start getting together with my musical director. Once we felt we had quarantined for a while and felt okay to get together, I asked him, I said, "Do you feel safe to do this?" And he was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So we started getting together once a week, and I started putting together, started learning new songs because I thought I wanted to be ready when things finally opened up. I didn't want, finally, venues were coming back and bookings were coming back, and I didn't want to feel rusty. So I kept it up. So I'm really grateful for that because things have opened up again and I am performing again, which I'm grateful for. I just came last week. I was in Boston at Club Cafe, and it was my debut there. And I performed my show called "Here's to the Ladies: A Salute to Great Ladies in Song," where I celebrate artists like Rosemary Clooney, Peggy Lee, Barbara Streisand, Dionne Warwick. I do this really cool Dionne Warwick medley, and anyway, it was received really well, and it just felt so good to be in a venue performing. This was my first one indoors. I had done another one previously at the Paper Mill Playhouse. That was an outdoor concert for 4 nights, and that was wonderful too. But anyway, so that happened in Boston last week, and now I'm getting ready to go to this new venue. It's called the Music Room in Yarmouth, Cape Cod, and I doing a show where I celebrate the music of Alan and Marilyn Bergman. My favorite lyricists. I adore them. I adore their songs, and I first put that show together. I think it was like in 2016. And for this particular venue, they've asked for additional, well, they asked for a longer show than I'm normally used to performing. Usually 60, 70 minutes, so they want a 90-minute show. So right now we're working on some additional Bergman music, which I'm very excited about, to learn some new songs. So that's going to be on October 14th. I'll be there. And then the very next night, I'm going to Provincetown to perform a brand new show called Shades of Love. And what I like to do with my music, or what I find what the Bergmans do, what their music does for me, it tells a story. So, and I find that I'm drawn to music, to songs that tell a story. And with this new show, I do that as well, with Shades of Love. So it's a journey through love. It's a journey through ups and downs, and triumphs and defeats, and just great love. So so that's what's happening in my upcoming future. So so that's pretty cool. And going back to the pandemic for a moment, I did have an opportunity that was pretty amazing. An opportunity to work with a producer, Stefan Oberoff in California. Now, I think the cool thing that came out of us being, quarantined and not really being able to leave our homes and perform was it opened up this whole venue. And I think that's why Gail has this as well, because we all like to be creative. And because we couldn't do it live, we figured out ways to work remotely. So, um, uh, so I started working with this producer who my friend, an amazing songwriter, Marcia Malamet, introduced me to. Now, Marcia is an incredible songwriter, and she's actually had Barbara Streisand sing her songs, Luther Vandross, Diana Ross. So she was putting together an album celebrating her 50 years in show business, and she asked me to be on the album. Ann Hampton Calloway got asked to be on the album, Jane Oliver, Sophie B. Hawkins. I'm going blank on others, but I was so honored that Marcia asked me to be to represent her on her album with one of her songs. That's one of my favorite songs that I've been doing for many years. It's called "I Am Blessed," and so the that was going to be the song on the compilation album. But what happened, unfortunately, right now, Marcia is suffering with a case of Parkinson's disease, and so unfortunately, the funds have run out for the album, and she needs help with her health. And there actually is a GoFundMe page for that, and I'd like to share that with you as well if anyone is interested in helping her out. Um, so because the album got put on hold, and we came up with this spectacular arrangement. Now, I know I feel like I jumped ahead. So I was working with Stefan Oberoff, the producer and the arranger of this song. He and I were working remotely. He's in California and I'm in New York. And we came up with an arrangement we felt really great about. So he's like, "You ready to go into the studio?" And I said, "Yeah, I think I am." So we did that. I went into John Kilgore's studio here in New York City. And I was actually the first person to go into a recording studio with the engineer since COVID. So we did, that happened. And Stefan and Marcia Skyped in from California, and I was able to record this spectacular song. So anyway, because it came out really amazingly well, we were all just like, wow, what just happened? We just made magic happen. And so because the album got put on hold, I asked Marcia, I'm like, is there an opportunity to release this as a single? It's such a beautiful production. It shouldn't go to waste. And she's like, yeah, let's do it. So she allowed me to release it as a single, and was able to do that on Blue Jazz uh, recordings. The album, the Blue Jazz. It's a label, and with Greg Pasenko. So he's released that, and it's available on all digital platforms now. And I'm very grateful. So, and I was also grateful enough to have it produced as an official music video, which is on YouTube right now, which has gotten over 81,000 views, which I'm so like, oh my God, I'm so grateful for that and feeling very blessed. And the song, because of all we've been through with this, with COVID, and I feel so grateful. I've been okay, and my family's been okay, but a lot of people haven't been. And this song taps into that gratefulness, that just of feeling blessed, to where you are in your life, and to tap into that. I mean, Marsha right now is suffering with this case of Parkinson's, but she still has it in her to tap into feeling blessed and feeling grateful. And I actually, this is pretty moving. I got a Facebook message from someone that shared that this woman found this song, and she's dying, and she found "I Am Blessed," and she was sharing it with all her friends, saying, "I feel this way. I hope you do too. I had a wonderful life." And she just tapped into. I'm getting chills as I'm telling the story, because that's how powerful music can be. And yeah, and that's pretty amazing. So to have that to be a vehicle for all of us who love music and who love sharing it, and to know that it can affect people so deeply in that way, to transition from this part of life into her next chapter. And I believe that we all go to another place, and another beautiful place. So um, yeah, so that was pretty spectacular, and so nice to be able to share that with you. Um, let's see. I'm trying to think what else I can share with you. I think one of the things that Gail said, is there any advice you can give to any younger performers, any people who were just coming onto the scene, or just starting out in the business? And my advice is to always be authentic about what you're doing, to find your passion, and to do it wholeheartedly. Um, if you have passion about it, just go for it, and never give up on your dream. And I remember someone who had given me advice when I was going out on the stage, and it was many years ago, and I was very nervous, and I still get nervous to this day. To be honest, like I said, I'm nervous doing this, but it's okay. I'm doing it. Is to do it anyway. But this person, a friend of mine, his name is Philip Officer, a wonderful singer himself, and he's like, Marianne, just go out there and give your gift. The audience, they're rooting for you. They want to have a great time. They want to sit back in their seat and just soak it all up, and they want to champion for you. So to this day, I think about that. Marianne, just go out there and give your gift. So I offer that to anyone who, I don't know, second guesses themselves, or is nervous, or you have a gift to give, so give it. It's special. We've all been given God-given gifts, and just tap into that place of gratefulness, and tap into that place of feeling blessed, and you never know how you're going to touch someone else's life. That's what life is all about. That's what performing is all about. When you tap into that deeper place of why we're all here and why we do it, it's to tap into something deeper that we don't even know. Maybe we didn't know that was going to happen, but it really is. It's special, and I just feel blessed, and so take that advice. Another thing I would say to artists, you don't have to do everything. There are artists out there who are triple threats. They can sing, they can dance, they can act, and that's wonderful. And if you can do all those things, go for it and give your gift that way. But if you can't, you know, just own what you have, and it's okay to know your limits. It's okay to know, y- like I don't scat. I'm not a. I love jazz music. Like I said, I love Nancy Wilson. Um, but each of us, like I said, have our gifts, and if you just tap into that and know, like, I don't have to do everything. I could um, just own what I have and feel confident in that, and just do that, then you're good to go. So I think that's also, there's some great jazz singers who don't scat. That's what Gal just wrote. That's true. So that's okay. So it's great to not. It's not a competition, right? It's not a competition. There's nothing to be to feel um, to feel bad about. It's like it's a joyous experience, and it should be taken for that, to just go out there and do what you love to do, and also be well rehearsed. I believe in that. I believe in going out on the stage, and sometimes you have to say no to things because you have to rehearse. Like, actually, I was looking forward to going away this weekend, and I said, you know what, I can't do it. I have to. I got to stay home this weekend. I need to really tap into some of the new songs that I'm learning, and and figure out, you know, what do I really want to say with this song? Because to put to put over a song, it's not just about memorizing lyrics. It's not about um, singing it pretty or singing it beautifully. It's about tapping into the honesty of the song and tapping into the message and why you're singing it. Um, so that's what I like to do. I don't want to just get up there and, like, okay, I memorized the song and I'm good to go. I'm going to sing it. No, I like to live a song. I like to perform a song like I'm living it for the first time each time I sing it. And for me, that's really important. And I'll tell you the story. When I saw Nancy Wilson in concert many years ago in California, I left there. I was actually hysterical crying because I felt she touched me in a place that I did not expect to feel. And that's what I left that concert feeling like. Well, that's what I want to give to my audience. I want to be so real that people are feeling and having their own experience. I'm having my own inner experience of why I'm singing a song, and living my experience of why maybe I was even attracted to do this particular song. But then maybe I'm singing that same song a year later, and it's because it can take on a whole new meaning because I'm taking in what I'm singing right then and there. And we're all at different stages in our lives, and that's what also is another beautiful thing about music is you don't know where your inspiration is going to come from, and to just be able to allow that to come in, to be a vessel, to be a vessel for and trust that the music just comes through you. Then you're living your authentic self on stage. You're just tapping into that brilliance. You can get out of your own way. You can be there and really own why you're there, to inspire someone else and to inspire yourself as you're doing it. So yeah, pretty amazing. And that's why I sing, because magic happens once you're on stage. I mean, singing live is, um, I could be singing in my living room, but the thing about an audience, singing live to an audience, that's when the magic happens. That's when you're looking at faces and you're looking at expressions, and you're just taking in. It's a give and take, and it's truly a blessing. I know I'm using that word a lot, but I truly feel blessed. So yeah, it's a cool thing. Let's see what else. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. Are there any questions out there? Um, Someone just wrote, "I appreciate your honesty." Thank you. Thank you so much. Um, let's see. I'm just looking forward to the world opening up again. More so, I'm praying for all of us. I'm praying that this new strain is that we can all get through it, and that it's it's something that we're all just gonna get through, and and that's it. I guess for those of you who are meeting me for the first time, I'd love for you to hear my music. I'd love for you to go to Spotify. I have my own Spotify channel. I have my own YouTube channel. I'd love for you to check out the I Am Blessed video. I'd love for you to hear the I Am Blessed song on all digital platforms as well. I am blessed. Um, and and yeah, yeah, to recognize your own blessings. It's true that we have that. So there you have it. I've never done this before, so I'm like, I hope it was okay. I hope that I hope I didn't just ramble. I hope you got something good out of this, and I hope to see you in one of my audiences. I'm looking forward to, again, just being out there and performing. In April, I'm actually going to London. So that was supposed to happen before the pandemic, but I'm going to the Pheasantry. I'll be at Feinstein's 54 Below in December. I do an annual holiday show, and I can't wait for that. I'll be there with my full trio. Um, Doyle Newmeyer on piano, Boots Mallison on bass, Brian Woodruff on drums, and my director, Will Nunziata. Um, I'm grateful to be working with some wonderful people. I have Janice Murphy, who's working as my booking manager. I'm so grateful for that. It does take a village. Ralph Lampkin, who's doing PR and introduced me to Gail as well, and to Greg Pasenko. It takes a team. It takes a village. It takes people who believe in you, and to just keep going no matter what. I mean, I think in performance, there's some the show business is it's not all just positive stuff. A lot of other things could come up, but to find a way to tap into the positive and just move forward and let all that other stuff just fall away, and just never give up on your dreams. I mean, I'm not. So that's what we're here to do. So I want to thank you for joining me this evening. And thank you, Gal, for having me. And is there anybody else? Oh, you're welcome. Thanks. Someone said thanks for the shout out. It says Facebook user. I don't know who it is, but it's someone that obviously I mentioned. So you're welcome. I'll see you later, whoever you are. um, let's see. Just stay safe out there. And again, thank you, and hope to see you out in the real world. So I think I'm going to be leaving soon, and